Great news from Honda. The new HondaJet Echelon prototype is being built and projected to start flying early next year to do all the test flying that's required in order to certify a new airplane. They're talking about entry into service in 2028. They've now built a simulator which they're using to do all the flight testing. What happens with the design of a new aircraft? It gets designed with computers. They build this simulator, they do all these simulations. This is going to be an airplane, 450 knots top speed with a range of 2,625 nautical miles. So long range airplane. It's going to be single pilot. And I hope, Honda have learned a lesson here from what's been happening with all the accidents, incidents that have been happening with their first HondaJet. There's opportunity now for HondaJet with the HondaJet Echelon to learn from that and build certain technologies into the new airplane that will prevent certain things from happening. I've got a lot of hope here that, Honda are doing it right. Their company philosophy is very much that of continuous and never-ending improvement. So they're certainly learning from the lessons. And as they design this new airplane, that they're going to build into the airplane a lot of new technology, AI and other things to come out with a really, really good airplane. I mean, 2,600 mile range-wise is really, really good. There's nothing out there that's single pilot that has that kind of range. Hopefully it's going to have the Garmin avionics where you can press the button and the airplane can land on its own. I think that will be a great feature, and maybe some AI capability where the airplane talks to the pilot and acts as the co-pilot, a bit like R2-D2 in Star Wars with Luke Skywalker. So, these are the things that I hope we're going to be seeing here in this HondaJet Echelon. I'm going to be watching carefully. I'm going to be curious to see what the performance ends up being, seeing how many orders they get. Price point, we're talking about $12 million, which is probably about right. That's a very, very competitive price for what it's going to be and what it can do. We've also got to see what type of customer they're going for and seeing how these people and these companies implement the HondaJet, because a lot of it is also down to pilot training, and the pilot training is not so much down to Honda. It's also down to whoever buys the airplane, if they're going to be trained in a certain way. You've heard me say this here, the pilot is the main thing that we need to focus on here. And when someone goes and buys a HondaJet Echelon, if they're going to fly their own airplane, they are trained in a certain way so that they are safe and we don't get the mishaps that have been happening with the HondaJet over the last 2 to 3 years. 25 runway excursions, 1 fatal crash. And when you look at the sequence of these events, you can quite clearly see a pattern there. There's an issue with pilot training. That's being addressed right now. I know the HondaJet Pilots Association are very on the ball with improving things. It's always good to see when improvement is happening. And I think, Honda are on path to build a really, really successful Honda Echelon and improving the HondaJet Elite as well, and coming out with a really, really good product and a good training system for those that buy the aircraft and operate the aircraft. Let's get the conversation going here. What's your view on this new HondaJet Echelon? Check out this other video we did recently about the crash of the Lear 35 in Philadelphia. And that's all from Fabrizio here on BizJet TV, and I'll see you in the next one.